Hello and welcome to This Is The Day Show. I'm your host, RJ Cole.
And I'm Fred Graham.
Thank you once again for tuning in to another episode. Our show is also on video. You can find our videos on Rumble and on YouTube. Our podcast can be found on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and also on iHeartRadio. If you like our show, we would ask that you subscribe, follow, and also write us a wonderful 5-star review. We do have a few ways for you to interact with us. You can email our show at thisisthedayshow@gmail.com. You can look us up on X by searching for at This Is The Day Show without the W. And you can look us up on Facebook as well. Search for This Is The Day Show. Our podcast providers have given us some new features. If you'd like, you can text our show. Select the episode that you're about to listen to. Look on the top of the episode and it will say send us fan mail. Click on that link to send us a message. And now you can send us a talkback, voice message, whatever you want to call it. And we can reply to your messages now. Feel free to send us any questions, feedback, or interests that you may have for us. Thank you for the continued promotion and support for our show. And a rocky start, but nonetheless, here we go.
We got this, dude.
And let's put it in a bright color. Evergreen.
Happy Evergreen.
This episode, I'm not going to ask you how your week is, because we don't care, right? Because it's Evergreen.
Whenever, however, it was a great week.
It would be really awesome if every time I do this, I can Evergreen on the screen. I don't know how to do that yet. Yeah. And then you could just wipe it away.
Yes.
Anyways.
So, we are doing an Evergreen episode.
What's the main topic, Mr. Fred?
It's going to be, what did I call this? Evergreen. Kind of just I'll call it a callback. Kind of going back to old things, I guess. I don't know. You know?
Yeah, that's a good way to summarize it.
So I put, based on emerging trends, lifestyle shifts, and recent data, Americans are returning to several pre-pandemic, maybe that's what they call it, nostalgic, and in-person activities. Here recently, these are the top 10 things that Americans are starting to do again.
I can't criticize. I was butchering the intro.
It happens, man.
Yeah.
First thing is people are, wow, that was a lot of is's right there. People are prioritizing in-person socializing and events. After years of digital interaction, you think about even during the pandemic, just Zoom calls and all this stuff where you're camping out in your basement and interacting with TV screens. It says that Americans are packing stadiums, attending live concerts, and filling performing arts centers to seek human connection. So I feel like a lot of people have this longing to speak to people. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, but like I don't really like using the phone as much. Like I'm just kind of like, I'd rather just talk to you. Like, don't need to do all this digital customer service stuff. Just let me talk to a person to try to figure this out. Like,
instead of all the chat stuff that you have to do now, or your support, so you have to email somebody, you can't call somebody direct. Yeah.
Well, and even,
it's pretty annoying.
Yeah, and it's funny because
you rumble.
It's funny because I used to think it was like, man, those older guys just don't know technology. I'm now at the point where I'm like, I just don't want to waste the brain cells to have to try to figure out these hoops that they're wanting me to jump through. And like, I don't want to remember another password, login information. Like, just let me talk to you. Your job is customer service for this company. Like,
I'm also looking at you, Apple Podcasts. Can't archive my show.
Let's just
get my analytics.
Let's just get rid of the AI aspect that's going to talk to me before you talk to me, because they're going to get all frustrated with me because I'm frustrated with them, knowing they're not a real person. Just let's cut out that middle not person.
And with that being said, looking at you, Amazon, every time I have to check into your stinking place, I can't understand what's going on. And I get denied every single time I go there because it's a guy that's calling me through a box who doesn't listen to me. And then I can't understand him, so it doesn't go well. And then guess what I do? I still drive onto your lot, Amazon, and then talk to a normal person and get put in the door.
Yeah.
You're wasting my time and theirs.
Yeah.
You wasted your money.
So, and I know, like, the callback kind of, you know, like, you think of, like, I feel like a lot of people are now, and maybe it's just hitting my social platforms, where, like, you remember, like, Halo parties, dude?
LAN parties.
Yeah, man. Those were the best, where it was like, you're all playing the same game, but you're all in the same house, and you're literally split screening it, if not four
screen
people.
Peeking too.
Yeah, dude. Like, bring back screen peeking, dude. But I've seen a lot of things like that, and then, like, I'll have, you know, like, hey, what were you like in the 90s? Or like, hey, what was the 90s like? What was school lunch like? And it's like, a lot of people are wanting people are wanting that to be part of kind of their present, you know. And I think a lot of that's also because a lot of people that grew up in that time are now having kids, and they want to pass those memories on and share that with their children, you know, instead of just the digital. Like we're kind of a unique generation. I think it's considered millennials. I think it's 81 is when the millennial starts. But half of it is like pre-internet, really. And then now the latter part has become, like, obviously the digital age that we live in. So it's like, you know what it's like to grab an encyclopedia, and then you also know what it's like just to ask, you know, AI what something is. But I don't know. I kind of find myself like, man, I'd just rather go talk to them than, like, I want, I don't know. Yet at the same time, I am very content with just chilling at my house. I don't have to go out all the time, but
yes, I'd love to stay home.
So you want to do every other one?
Let's do it, bud.
Yeah.
So the second one is taking domestic road trips and regional travel. So domestic travel has boomed, exceeding pre-pandemic levels, with a strong focus on exploring local landscapes, small towns, and national parks, particularly through inland road trips. Even a trend in using printed directions and paper maps rather than GPS or directions from their phones. So yes, it seems like it's just like a copy and paste from the 90s.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. Because how many kids would even be able to function with a map?
Like a folded map?
Yeah.
Not too many.
Like, I know for me, with my job and having to deliver to houses, like, that would be, I don't know how they used to do it back in the day.
I think houses would be really hard.
And in a semi.
On a paper map. But, like, the hardest thing is, I feel like this is one area that, like, I really taught my kids and they do pretty well with, because I learned in construction, cardinal directions are, like, so helpful. Because go left, go right. Well, am I facing north or am I facing south? Because my left and right are going to be opposite if I'm, you know. So obviously when you have a paper map, it's not going to automatically go where you're at. You gotta know where north is, which typically is up on the paper, but it could be to your left. So you're looking at the map like this. But did you know that MapQuest is actually coming back? Like, they're making a comeback, dude. But it's digital. It's not.
Yes, and do you want to know why I know this?
Why? Are you using MapQuest?
Our company has bought their GPS system through them.
Do they use TomTom?
It is terrible. It is
negative 5-star review.
Not good for a semi, man.
It's because you're supposed to print them out and then have them with. Did you ever
They
use
said
MapQuest?
that very little.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, dude. Because I was in that weird stage where all the GPS stuff through Google was coming out when I could drive on my own.
Yeah.
So it was like starting as MapQuest, and then it was like fading into like 18s and 19s, and it was just off my phone.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So bad. It's so bad.
But a lot of people are taking small town. Like, there's a lot of people who love a very popular tulip destination in our state. I've met so many people that are like, oh, I love that place. And I'm like, what? I remember getting pulled out of school to go there. And I was like, why am I here? You know? But we drove out in the middle of nowhere to look at flowers.
My poor wife wants to go to that place, and I've been wanting to take her for like the past few years, and we haven't been able to.
Yeah. Mother's Day is
next week.
Yeah, is that...
Sorry.
Oh.
Nope, we're in the magical land. Evergreen.
Maybe that festival, I think, is the week after Mother's Day. So if you go, like, Mother's Day is the ideal time.
But the week after Mother's Day is when we'll have the Evergreen, and we'll be on our trip.
But, yeah, that's kind of that... Because you don't want to go during that festival because it's really packed out. If you can go the week before, the tulips are still bloomed and everything.
Next week, we don't have time.
Yeah, no, yeah. Dude, it's amazing how it, like, kind of just sneaks up on you. Like, time flies. But, yeah. So, people are just kind of taking drives. I don't know if we used to take drives, man, a little bit.
You and me a little bit.
We had destinations, but we just kind of cruise. You know?
Me and my family, not so much. I don't feel like.
Yeah.
We have to have a purpose. Because, I mean, now all I do is drive, so I don't want to drive. And my wife terrifies me.
Uh-oh. Anyway, number 3, engaging in nostalgic hobbies like vinyls, puzzles, and crafts. Activities like listening to vinyl records, doing jigsaw puzzles, and knitting or crocheting have made a massive comeback, fueled by a desire for non-screen to tactical activities.
I know personally when I had more money and when I had a working record player, I liked collecting vinyl.
Yeah.
Liked listening to them, but with the family, it's just not doable. I would used to play some video games and listen to some vinyls while I was doing it, and I enjoyed that. I know my wife does puzzles with the kiddos every so often, and then my wife has recently, maybe it's knitting. It's the little circle thing, and then you poke through, and like you make...
Like embroidering? Like you're stitching? You're kind of sewing with the needle and thread?
Yeah.
All right, like knitting,
and it's a little poofy.
Yeah, that's... I don't know. I think that's embroidering, because you're like if you have a logo on your shirt, it's the stitch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I always thought that was cross stitching. I don't know if that's what it's called or not.
Maybe.
And then like knitting and crocheting, one takes one stick, one takes two sticks. I don't know.
I think I did crocheting in 3rd grade with Mrs. Hemping. She was not very nice, but that was interesting to learn. Yeah. It was on our last day of school, and that's all we did.
I made a pencil bag when I was in 6th grade, and it said, "What's up, Doc?" But
all bugs.
I do like crafts. Would be like I'm learning how to whittle, which is it's pretty fun. A little more stressful than I thought it would be, because somehow in my head I was like, oh, I don't have a almost 2-year-old running around the house that's gonna get into everything. Like, this is a peaceful activity, like I got my oldest. I got my oldest. He's like, I'll whittle with you, just taking her little pocket knife and taking bark off branches. But yeah, so like we got our Christmas tree chopped up, and I'm letting that season or whatever, and then I'll whittle like an ornament. So it'll be pretty cool. But my wife wants me to either find or build a puzzle table which, like, we've done a couple puzzles as a family with the older kids. The two olders, we lost a lot of pieces, and yeah, we're not there yet. A lot of that, I really do think a lot of it is timing. That generation that grew up, like I said, is now they're having children that are older to where they can kind of do some of these things. Like, hey, this is, we had somebody in our family, not like my household, but in my family, that was like, hey, you want to go to South Dakota? And I was like, no. I have no idea. Like, why would you want to go? And he's like, Mount Rushmore. And I'm like, no. Like, that sounds horrible. Like, I'll go look at real mountains. I'll go look at real mountains, Like, are we passing through South Dakota to get somewhere cool? Like, not climate-wise, but destination cool? But I don't know.
Yeah, I think I would at least like to see him once, but I think I've been to South Dakota. Was that where that one missionary was at?
We were in...
Or a Dakota?
We've been in South Dakota.
I have no desire to be in Dakotas ever again.
I've been in both, and they're... I feel like that's one of those places, like, if I had to move out there, you'd have to pay me really good money to move out there. Like, here's a free house.
I'm not going to try to go outside because it is so windy all the time.
Well, and their actual temp is, like, just silly. Like, negative 20, negative 40, I think it's gotten in one of the Dakotas. I'm like, nope, I'm good.
Number 4, returning to physical media. So frustrated with the limitations of streaming services, more Americans are buying vinyl, CDs, and DVDs, leading to a resurgence in physical media and collecting. This is a big one for me. I mean, this isn't something new for me, but I've always tried to have physical because I just know, for example, if you buy video games online, you don't actually own the game. You just own the right to play that at that certain time, and they can pull it whenever they want to from you.
Right.
So anything that you do, that's what's going to happen. So I've always tried to have my physical DVDs of the house, like my favorite show, The Office, no surprise, just stuff like that. Because I even thought about what happens if the Wi-Fi goes down, like to have something to do. Or video games. If I get bored with them and I don't want them anymore, I can make my money back.
Right.
Yeah, so I've always loved having physical media rather than downloading it from the space.
The server that I'm paying extra.
The data centers.
To rent. The good old data centers.
Yeah.
But I know, like, this is actually becoming more of a problematic. Like, I think Americans are getting more fed up with the whole, cut the cord on cable, stream this. And now it's like sports are just getting, like, if you want to watch, that's what I
was going to talk about with baseball from a prior episode.
Yeah.
Was with me loving the game, but the blackouts everywhere. And then, like you're saying, you have to have this animal that's very flamboyant to watch some of the games, and then you have to get on something else. And
well, like YouTube, I heard is the most friendly. Like, you can get the most for your bank, but like, I'm just gonna drop it. Like, the Big Ten network drives me crazy because
they float around.
Like, YouTube will have some Big Ten games, but then it's like the Big Ten network's like, oh no, we're taking that and you're not watching it, and it's like,
and then they go on the big flamboyant one.
Yep. And it's just like, even like NFL. I remember you used to be able to watch a regular season pretty much on basic TV. You could catch games. Now it's like, oh, you want to watch that playoff game?
Yeah.
Oh, you better go get the flamboyant animal. And I only know that because that was the first time that the Detroit Lions, whom I happen to like, made it to the playoffs. So I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna free trial that, buddy. So then, and that's the thing is, I heard all these statistics, man, and it makes me sick. Like, that company, the Flamboyant Animal, paid $110 million to have that game, and they made well over that because people signed up
Subscribe,
and
yeah.
they just left it. And I guarantee you half the people don't even know that they have a subscription to that.
Yeah.
And it's just, but it's like, to watch a game, you got to figure out, okay, in my area, is that game even available? Okay, if it is, what streaming device do I have to get? It's like, man. And then all the ads. So my kids are very much against ads. Like, well, we do this thing where it's like, what's your favorite ad? And I was like, that's a really weird question. And then one of my kids was like, skip ad. That's my favorite question, or my favorite ad.
It's so ridiculous how advertisements, dude. Oh, you're gonna get me on something. Our local big 50-watt 1,000 blowtorch station. It's like 6 minutes of actual show and then 6 minutes of ads.
Yeah.
3 minutes of actual show, then 6 minutes of ads. And then we gotta listen to this guy talk about the big ag show or the farm show. Like, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with Iowa. And
May corn down 3 cents and a quarter.
they got time for that.
I
But,
love that guy.
Anyway, so yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah. What about number 5, bud?
Oh, is that me? It sure is. Visiting physical bookstores and retail spaces. Physical retail is seeing a comeback, with bookstores, notably, I'm just going to say it, Barnes & Noble, and boutique shops, however you say that, thriving as people crave in-person shopping experience. Hard copies of books are up 65%. Age groups 16 to 24 prefer physical books by 70%. And I wonder if we are going to see more people using physical copies of like dictionary and encyclopedia. Mm-hmm. And the reason why is because, yes, we have all this, like, we're in the digital age, so I can access all this information. But especially like with AI, I don't know if I was talking to you about this, but like AI like makes me believe nothing. Like, I can read a legit article, but if I see this video, I'm just like, nah, I don't know if I believe any of those right now. Like, came off the same like website, so I don't know. So it's like, I kind of miss the whole like, okay, I grabbed this encyclopedia, this thing is facts, 100%, and I can just open it. But so I wonder if like that's gonna be more, because like I feel like this digital age, everybody like almost dove in all the way, and now we're like trying to come up for a fresh breath of air. Like, yeah, like I'll do digital stuff, but like I kind of like holding a book in my hand that I read. Not necessarily digital book, but like a physical. Amazon's great, right? I can buy stuff, whatever I want, and get shipped to my house. But it has problems. But it's like, let's go, I don't know, to Shields or Bass Pro or wherever.
Yeah.
Physically go there. But,
Yes.
So.
Yes, I'm always in support of that. Get away from Amazon.
Shop local.
Just the way they treat people there. That's all I'm going to say. Just the way they treat people. That turned me off right away. All right, number 6, going to drive-in theaters. What was considered a dying, nostalgic relic has experienced a major resurgence, providing a safe, experimental alternative to traditional indoor cinemas. That would be really fun.
They have them at the parks. It's like a free... It's not obviously drive-in, but it's a free movie night.
Do you remember the guy I used to call Bear at a job that we used to work at? The warehouse?
I know the warehouse.
Big Asian guy?
Oh, yes.
Funny story, his name was not Bear. For some reason I thought his name was.
I remember why.
time.
I remember why you thought that, yes.
But
Yes.
he, really nice guy, and he would actually put up a projector and he'd show movies for like all the kids around the neighborhood to just come and chill and watch. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, he had children too, so it wasn't like he was...
He's not the creepy weird guy with free candy on his minivan.
He was...
And no, he did not drive a minivan.
Nope. He was a good guy. I remember him. Yeah, they do that like at the parks. They'll kind of the same idea. Put up a sheet and a projector, and like little kid movies, and it's like movie night at the park is what they call it. So I don't know. It's kind of a cool. And then obviously there's I think that one.
Yeah, there's one where my parents live.
Yeah, I think that one's still active, but yeah, it's. I don't know.
I'd be a game if I had the time. Babysitter for it.
I just know that like going to the actual movie theater, it's so loud, and like can't hear what they're saying. I watch movies with subtitles, man. I'm that guy, and it's a lot of it.
Have you watched it there with the subtitles?
No, not.
Do you know how they do it?
No.
All right, so it's like a cup holder, and it's a little stick, and then it comes out, and it's like a little captioning thing. So it's like a flower almost, like in a way.
Kidding
you have
me?
to read it that way. Yeah.
Do you have to ask for those? How'd you get that?
Yeah, I asked
have
for
you
it
done
once.
this? You've done
did it
this?
once.
What?
It was it 1917? It was one of the war movies that came out maybe in the past like 8 years.
Was it somewhere
10 years?
local you watched?
Maybe Dunkirk. Maybe it was Dunkirk. And it was, I think it's Copper Creek.
Huh.
Maybe.
I didn't even know that was an option.
I think part of it was going to be in German or something.
Because I was totally like, where's the subtitle? Like, the first time we went back to the theater, I was like, where's the subtitles? Like, because I just, first of all,
TV, I'll watch it with
when you have infants, you're like, hey, don't you wake up that kid. So you're reading the movie. Counts as reading the book, dude. It's 2 for 1, but it, I was just like, dude, this movie is so loud. I think I know for a fact, like, we went and watched the Mario movie, like, number 1. I was like, this movie's really loud. And I'm like, I got little kid. I'm like, you think they're okay? Like, but, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think it's cool. I saw the whole projector and playing video games, like old school Mario and stuff, like, that's cool stuff. So, is this me?
Yes, sir.
Playing tabletop and niche games, like they give the example of Dungeons and Dragons has been really grown lately, which it really has.
It really has.
Transforming into mainstream phenomenon. And there's a renewed interest in classic arcade games. I also think like even lawn games, especially getting more into summer. Construction dudes are like really crazy over bags. Like, I don't understand the fascination.
Yeah, I don't. Washers was a thing for a bit. And
Well, and it's like my kids. Like they're learning chess, which I love that. That's like one of those like I'm so happy moments. But they have we bought stress-free chess.
Stress-free chess?
Yes. Which is a good way to learn because you learn how all the pieces move and stuff. But then it turns into my oldest and I are just playing chess, which is really fun. But also like I love being able to play like classic arcades. I still like that,
I'd love to, go in there with the joysticks and play the old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games, the old Simpsons one, the old fighting one, Tekken probably.
Tekken.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I remember.
The shooting games.
Dude,
House
those
of Dead.
Were some of the best, man.
Me and Daniel, we blew through. We each had gotten $20 to go to the arcade for a teen activity. And we went and just blew the whole 20, but we beat it. We beat the whole thing.
There you go, dude.
But
mission accomplished. That's all. Hey, you just... I think every kid that's a millennial at least has blown $20 in an arcade.
I've done that, but on one
once.
game, yeah.
Look, if you're gonna... Look, you're just not a quitter, all right? You're just not a quitter.
Not that day, because I had the money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fun fact. Mom, I know you're listening or watching. My goal is to one day, I've been looking them up. There's a video game that is near and dear to her and mine heart. And it's kind of like based off a Starsky and Hutch type thing. You're in a car.
Yes.
And you both can shoot.
You got little Uzis?
Yes.
Yes. Dude, James and I would play that game all the time.
Me and her would play that in the arcade when I was super little.
Yeah.
And I've been looking to see if there's like, maybe one day when I have a really good tax return and I have nothing to do in my house, like hooking that up for me and my mom. But, yeah.
Yeah. We played one game.
Called, but
it's whatever the brothers' names are.
Up, yeah.
But, yeah, the one that I loved was it's a shooter, but you'd step on this pedal and that would advance you, and then you'd back off.
Like the Time Crisis?
That's what it was. Yes. Yeah. Dude, dropped so much money on that game, but it was a fun one. So. And
then the shooter one that you're in Area 51?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Fun games. But laser tag too is like, fun fact, I was actually in a little laser tag league at Laser X when I was a kid. My name was, well, I can't say my name for copyright and trademarking. But no, I had a sweet name, I'll tell you off there. But I was pretty good, man. And then now my kids are getting to where they get to play, and I don't go easy on them, dude. No. Like,
I wouldn't.
It's laser tag. You're going to learn that when it's in here, don't play.
Guess what? I got the butt of my gun. Can use that too.
Melee. Anyway.
Next one is wearing vintage and retro fashion. Thrifting and incorporating retro fashion items, such as bell bottoms and fanny packs, into modern wardrobes has become a popular, sustainable fashion trend. I'm sorry.
Dude.
A fanny pack will never...
Dude, they're totally...
It's stuck in the 90s.
No, people are trying to rock it, dude.
I know they are,
and
but it's
just
never
like,
not going to be not funny.
It's just like, just stop. But like...
Just get a satchel.
It's not a purse, it's a satchel. Do you remember those Jenko jeans? Those are coming back with the huge pockets, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not, dude. All right. I know a guy that has, I'm going to call it a satchel, for my mental to be like, he's okay.
His purse, yeah.
Yeah. He loves it too. He just like, man, this thing's so cool. And I'm like, oh my word, dude, you're rocking a purse.
Oh, no.
He's like, yeah, man, check out my satchel. And I'm just like, every time I hear that word, I think, no, man, they're tough. Indiana Jones says.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what I think about.
No. All right, number 9.
Yes, sir.
Using older technology, Polaroids and digital cameras, as a reaction to obnoxious smartphone photography. Is that the word, obnoxious? Yeah. Ubiquitous. Wow. Yeah, that was not even close. No. I don't know what I was thinking, but people are returning to instant print, Polaroid cameras, and early 2000 style digital cameras for nostalgical. No, my goodness. Nostalgic. No.
Nostalgic
I can't
physical
even,
memories.
I can't even right now, buddy.
I know. It's okay.
2 of my daughters have digital cameras. So
my wife has an Instaprint.
And then
she likes those.
A lot of their friends have those Instaprints. And they love it. I remember the commercial from those where it's like, take a picture. No, not the Polaroid, but Polaroid is...
That's what my wife got. She got the Polaroid.
Shake like a Polaroid picture.
Mm-hmm.
But...
yeah, cool. I mean, I'd much rather have physical copies than the how many gigs that are stored on my computer that I'm never going to get off.
Never. Like, that's the thing, too, is it's like, yeah, that's cool. Like, digital camera, you would actually print out the pictures.
And do
on your phone, you might...
No, it just sits on my external hard drive if I can get it there.
Yeah. Might mark it up and send it to somebody else or something. I mean, yeah.
Number 10, prioritizing real fitness classes. So while home workouts remain popular, Americans are returning to in-person, high-energy group fitness, including a resurgence in step, aerobics, and dance workouts.
Like a pony, becoming mighty with Richard Simmons, bud.
Richard Simmons.
Yes.
Sweating to the oldies.
Yeah. Do you got anything you want to add to that? You good?
No, I mean, I do at home workouts, so I just don't want to drive, man.
Yeah.
Like, and then paying the extra money to go somewhere. But I mean, good on you.
I like working out with other people. As far as like, there was a time when my older brother and I would work out. Like, he'd come to the house and work out with me, and like that was probably the most routine that I had. But like, to join a gym, I have a gym at home. You know what I mean? So it's just like, if I'm not going to do it at home, am I really going to do it there? And it's like, well, you'd spend the money. I've heard the arguments for it. I've even made the arguments for it. But I'm also like, yeah, but I could take that money and do something else with it. But
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people, because we'll see it, people make the New Year's resolutions and then just fail at them, so trying to go to a gym and stuff, and then eventually like just not going at all. And then you have the people like, you have it at your house, and then it's just got to be a switch. And the best way I can say, it's got to be a switch, kind of like if you're going to quit something you weren't supposed to be doing. So if you're quitting like smoking or quitting drinking, something that just really has a grip on you, it's just literally just, you have to make that conscious decision and just do it. And yeah, because I've been doing it since the beginning of the year. I see a little bit of difference, but like, for how little of a difference, for how much effort and time you put into it, it's like, man, I want to just sleep and eat a bag of chips, man.
Yeah, it's a lot. And I want to get to where I lift like I was in high school / college. I mean, I didn't really lift in college like I would when I came home and stuff, but like, I don't know. High school, I was like, oh man, I still got that dream. I'm going to be in the football leagues and, play college football, blah, blah, blah. But so I was actually like actively trying to get swole, But now I'm like, dude, I just want to lose weight. So, but
we're getting old.
Yeah. Number 11 is performing their own minor vehicle maintenance and repairs DIYs. To save money as vehicle ownership cost rises, I think a lot of this also was due to the high interest rates. They've come down a little bit, but I mean, just vehicle price in general is ridiculous. As a rise in retail, look at that. As a rise in retail sales of DIY car products with high income households and younger drivers aged 18 to 44 driving this trend, 29% of consumers have switched from professional service to DIY oil changes, specifically to cut
costs.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
A study noted that over 40% of car owners are likely to attempt to fix issues themselves, according to Simple Tire.
Well, when your oil changes cost $80 and you can just do it for yourself for like $40, yeah.
$80 is a cheap oil change, dude.
It's retarded. Like, oil changes, like, come on. Like, my grandma could do an oil change. There's no specialty in doing that. You're going to charge me that much money for it. Like, that is just ridiculous.
That's because they offer you a water or a coffee, dude.
And all I'm literally going to do is just give you the oil change. I won't even check your fluids. That'll be extra.
Yeah.
And grease up your...
Dude, I remember when all that used to be standard. Yeah. Like, what in the world, man? Mm-hmm. I can't believe that.
Yeah,
but
I'll do my Camry. I'll do as much maintenance as I can on my Camry with my hands. But then when it comes to Nancy's car, I have to take it into the shop because I have a warranty on it.
Right.
That doesn't pay out.
Nope. I know brakes and rotors. Oh my word. The upcharge of labor on those.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I got wrenched pretty good probably about 5 years ago on the Camry. Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad's like, yeah, don't do that next time.
No, but I think YouTube has definitely helped a lot of this too, because I'll even to diagnose the problem, like I'm like, hey, what's going on? This my vehicle is doing this. What does this mean? And then some dude on YouTube's like, hey man, I'm down here. My name's Ricky, and I'm just gonna show you what's wrong with this little Toyota right here. And it's like, it goes.
Is he part of the Bobby family?
Ricky Bobby. Yes. Oh, that's awesome.
But yes, that's what I would do. Because the other hard part is just finding a local, reliable, decent shop.
Yes.
Where you feel like you're not getting ripped off and somebody you can actually talk to and take care of your issues. And I feel like we have a pretty good one up here with the horse made out of tires. Yeah. I feel like that's a pretty good place. Yeah.
I know it changed ownership a few years ago, like probably honestly like a decade ago.
I feel like I haven't had issues with them. They've always treated me fairly, I feel like. So. And lastly, gardening. 60% of Gen Z reported spending more on gardening in 24, while millennials represent nearly a third of all gardeners. A big reason is the rising food costs. 43% of Americans are now growing some of their own food, a 17-year high. Non-traditional methods, such as vertical gardening. I hate that we always have to put special names on stuff now. Do we have to call it vertical gardening? Can we just call it gardening?
I mean,
I know it's supposed to be.
They try to name it that way because.
I'm sorry, I'll get off. Yeah.
Your different
you're trying
locations.
To maximize a small area, it's saying. So you're vertical gardening.
You're just gardening.
Who cares?
It's urban. Gardening. Call it urban gardening if you want. I don't know. It's gardening. Gardening's gardening, dude.
With an annual growth rate of about 8%. No-dig methods and organic gardening, water-wise gardening, drought-tolerant plants, and exerscaping. Gardening is increasingly recognized as therapeutic, calming activity that provides a sense of control. Gardens are being designed as social gathering spots, featuring fire pits and in some cases being used in healthcare for healing. Millennials continue to drive the houseplant market, with 70% identifying as plant parents. So yeah, I'm done with that part. I'm not going to comment on that.
Are you guys ever going to do a garden?
No. Too much upkeep, and I think for where I'm at, not going to work out well.
We're going to try. I just listened to a homesteading podcast that had an episode on gardening, and they talked about setting aside a garden, specifically that's your kid's garden. They can do whatever they want with it. If they want to play in it, just dig holes, great. If not, they tell you what seeds they want, they plant them where they want, and they take care of it. And with the whole food cost and all that stuff, it's put a lot of pressure. My wife just said this to me the other day. I said, the way the lady on the podcast said it was take every garden and just say, it's my practice garden. And my wife was like, oh, that's such, just relieves so much pressure because I'm just practicing. And I'm I guess I didn't know, there's I have a little bit of pressure because I'm most of the stuff that grows in our yard, I don't get to eat because of my kids, which I'm so thankful. We had little cherry tomatoes. That cherry tomato tree our bush didn't have a chance, dude. Every time the kids would see one, it wouldn't even be red. It would be greenish still. And I'm yeah, that's not, and I'm guys, you got to let it actually grow, but so the same thing happened with my raspberries. They were just popping. Oh, the raspberries are so good, Dad. And I'm I don't know what they taste like. So but we accidentally planted a whole bunch of beans. My oldest just threw them in a bucket and then they sprouted. So I was oh, that's cool. But then I tried to transport them into the garden bed, and they were no, we're not having it. So when I tried to garden, it didn't work. But yeah, so we're gonna try and see. But it's more of kind of getting. There's a lot of things that we buy, that have gone up. Like we use onions a lot, and then garlic and stuff like that, and just like the prices, I'm like, literally could grow this in a window, like a piece of garlic in a window bay or whatever. But I think that's considered a vertical garden. I don't know, but it's just, I don't know. It's one of those things where as a kid, my grandpa had a garden, and like I loved doing that. Like tomatoes was the biggest thing. We literally, like, my kids pop cherry tomatoes. I would just take a real tomato and just eat it.
So when you asked about a garden, how many of the things do you think I'd actually eat out of the garden? That's the real question.
Well, here's the thing.
Because my thing is, it would be trees instead, more likely.
Right.
Pears, apples. I would maybe eat raspberries, right?
Strawberries?
Sure.
Maybe your kids? Blueberries?
All this stuff would be for my kids, yeah. But if I did something, it'd be like peppers.
Seeing, like, that's the crazy thing, too, is, like, my oldest and I want to do, like, peppers and spices, herbs and stuff like that. So where I'm like, because I'm like, we could do that. It's not hard. We just don't do that. And that's when it comes down to it and you say it like that, you're like, man, I could. I probably should. Plus, I want to do more salsa, like make my own and stuff, because I'm pretty good at it, man. So, but yeah, tomatoes for like salsa and stuff, and onions and all that, peppers, spices. But,
and on that note, let's jump onto the wild card, shall we?
Yeah,
let's do it.
Let's do that. My son loves. My kids, I should say, because they were listening, and Dad, put on the podcast. So we put it on. I was like, oh no, this week's episode of the Wild Card. They're like, ah! They love it. They just laugh the whole time. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
To where they didn't even hear the wild card question.
That's good. That's good. So you have to tell them to look on YouTube now, because I've switched. When we go from us talking and we transfer into the wild card, there's a transition, is what they call it. It looks like little cards that flip now. And
nice.
Then it goes into the wild card, flips back out.
Nice.
So.
And welcome to this week's segment of the Wild Card.
This week's wild card for the Evergreen is what is something that you wished more people would ask you about?
This is a tough one, dude, because like, I wish more people would ask me about my faith, maybe, or about God. Wish more people would ask me about this podcast. Maybe my family. Love talking about my family. But, I mean, overall, like, I'm just kind of a truck driver. I don't feel like I have anything fun outside of... You know, I would love to talk about my faith, my family, and that's maybe video games, I guess. But
yeah,
I'm sorry, it's a really
no.
bad
Like
answer.
I'm trying to think like
intellectually, like I'm not that guy, pal.
I'm trying to think of like what I wish somebody would ask me about. I don't know. Most
Fred,
people,
how's your day?
No, not that. There's sometimes I'm like, just don't, please. I don't want to. Yeah. I wish people would ask me about. I don't know. I enjoy talking about things like, are things that interest me, you know. But, a lot of people ask me about like, why you have 5 kids, you know, how do you do that or whatever, but make that work, because then they find out that my wife stays home and they're like, we could never do that. But as far as stuff I enjoy talking about, like I don't know, I feel like I'm the guy right now where I'm trying to learn from people. Like I'm trying to learn how to actually do better at fishing, to where my son will hopefully like it, because we went and caught nothing. Didn't even get bites, dude. It was pretty bad. But we also bought dead worms, so that didn't help. So we were using fake bait, which I have no idea how to do. But I don't know, man. I like talking about like my interests or I like football. Sounds so cliche. I'm trying to read more, so I try to get people. I don't know. I don't try to get people to talk to me about that, but it'd be nice.
Ask me how I got these scars.
Oh.
So you can just, I don't know, it just popped in my head.
Yeah, please ask.
Sorry,
me.
I'm sure we were all dying for that input, but
No, like I don't know, man. I don't watch a lot of movies. I don't watch a lot of TV shows. Ask me about what I do for fun, I guess. Be nice.
cool.
So,
Well, thank you once again for listening to our show. Don't forget to stand.
thank you.